Yes. I mean, why
Yo,
wouldn't you
yo,
like
yo,
it?
yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? We are live, and I am back. But I am back with some friends, with some brothers that I know. They're here to, get the sarcasm, get the orgasm going. So I want to thank you for listening and tuning in to another episode. Thank you so much, everybody who's out there watching and listening. And I cannot do this by myself. So I would love to introduce these brothers from the left to the right. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Doing good, man. What's up? What's up? What's up?
She's doing great. Thanks for having me on again.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. So I got my boy from the Toxic Tangent podcast. Julius, how you doing, sir?
Hey, just trying to collab, just trying to talk some shit.
Yeah,
I got a lot
always.
on my chest as always.
Always. And then I got my boy, Mr. Rose. What's going on, sir? How you doing?
Chilling, man. Just another day, made another dollar.
Okay, cool. I'm glad you brothers can join me, and let's talk some shit. Let's see what we can get into.
All right,
Y'all
let's go.
ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we all know that the holiday passed, right? And it was Juneteenth. Juneteenth passed. It was kind of different because it happened on Father's Day and Juneteenth all at the same time. So we were celebrating two holidays, but really more like one because we all know that Father's Day really don't count
You know what
anymore.
I'm
So.
saying? Ain't that some shit? Father's Day count in my house. I don't know about that. That shit count. That shit count over here.
Yeah.
Right.
It did come over here because I got to go hang with my dad, chop it up with him. So it was nice. So
Okay.
I ask you fellas, in your view, in your eyes, does Juneteenth really matter to you?
Oh, absolutely. Um, the thing is that uh, and in full disclosure, because we have terrible public school systems, um, we weren't really brushed up all that well on Juneteenth. If they did cover it in school, they glossed over that shit real quick because it wasn't until I was 24, 25, maybe, where someone actually explained Juneteenth to me. So in which case I do think it's important because, you know, there's this perception that that Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, he did all that, and we was all Gucci after that, and the American dream came and like all that other shit. But in reality, boys were still enslaved for like another 30 years, bro. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? And we were supposed to be free.
true. I heard that.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Julius?
I think we should care about it. Um, kind of along the line, same lines that he was saying. It's obviously when he signed that Emancipation Proclamation, we weren't freed immediately because the slave masters was kind of assholes.
Mm.
Go figure. Uh, but
Yeah.
it's one of those things. Like if they didn't make it a holiday, I think I'd be all right still. Before they made it a holiday, I still celebrated it a little bit because I've been
Uh,
knowing about it for I don't know for several years, but
Yeah.
um, which plenty black folks did, right?
Hmm.
So we kind of just it is what it is. I just think it's Biden like pandering to black people,
Absolutely.
which I mean, it's
Absolutely.
it's better than them doing like the opposite.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, all right, hey, we'll take it. Everybody gets another day off of work. Well, some people do.
Yeah. They
Um,
still ain't recognizing it at my job yet.
no,
Yeah.
I had to work.
you should call them out on it. Like,
Yeah.
write an anonymous letter or some shit.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Send an email from a VPN.
Yeah,
yeah.
my HR lady, she's already racist. She hates seeing me, so if it came in, she would know it came from me. So
I know. I know where this came from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that man. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely, man. My homeboy, he said he was kicking in the dough. His HR people first thing Monday morning because he thought it was some bullshit. I was all like, I feel you, man. I want to be that strong, but I got a mortgage, so don't go around kicking the doors.
wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, boys got bills to pay, so until boys got their own, you know what I'm saying, boys got to tread lightly.
I remember someone asked me, like, Will, what are you going to do for Juneteenth? I was saying, well, I'm going to go in front of a large crowd of white people, start dancing and singing Oh Happy Day.
Bruh.
Oh, they'd have joined you though, because
It's,
white people are friendly like that though. They'd have
yeah.
definitely joined you, not knowing a single word, but they'd have
And,
joined you.
and they won't even know why the fuck I'm dancing.
You know
And
what I'm
and
saying?
I was going to do that. I'm like, well, fuck, I can't do it because I got to work. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, whatever.
Yeah.
I will say this though. So, it's not so much. I feel like them making it a holiday, along with y'all seen all the pictures of like how they like commercialized Juneteenth, had like like plates and like ice creams and shit.
Oh
Uh-huh.
my God.
I,
Yeah.
I do feel like there's two sides to that coin, right? One, I do feel like it's some bullshit. All right, because again, we know y'all really don't care. Y'all are just capitalizing on the fact that like we care. But also, I feel like had they not done that, we also would have been mad because it's all like, why y'all motherfuckers not celebrating Juneteenth though? You know what I'm saying? Fourth of July come around, y'all got all these blue, red, and white shit out. But Juneteenth come around, y'all got nothing out. You know what I'm saying? So it's all like, to be honest with you, they can't win or lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, what could they have done? Because I don't know. I didn't read up on it. Hopefully, all the proceeds went to what I'm saying, black organizations like still out here fighting for freedom and shit. But that's my take on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I feel you, but at the same time, had they not done that though, 2 or 3 years from now, we would have been upset though. We'd eventually started getting on their ass about that shit.
Yeah, I get you. It's always going to be two sides going to it, but it's just more about it's the principle of it. Like, should we really, like, really take it into account, like you said about Fourth of July? Because we always know when black folks do something, nobody cares. But the minute white people start doing it, they want validation over and over again, tenfold, to where
Yeah.
they have to hear like, "Oh, you should be celebrated. We fought for you." Like, no, you didn't fight for me. Like the what you would call it is written for slaves to enslave us. So y'all then have to think it's like, why should we really care about something that don't care about us?
No, I feel
No,
you.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's. They didn't have to do all that weird shit with the ice cream though.
yeah, that was
Like,
wild. Look,
yeah, and the Walmart doing that shit.
the specifics is out of there. At least them boys didn't have like watermelon salad like them boys up there in
Oh
Indiana.
God.
Oh my
Did y'all see that
goodness.
shit?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
I
it
saw
was it
that.
was mad stupid. Like to me, I just see shit like that. Like how stupid can you be? Like
Like, who
it
okay
w-
with that? That's what I be thinking. Who okay
exactly.
with like that?
Like how do you
Yeah.
let it go that far?
Mhm. Yeah.
Like cool. If you Walmart and you want to put like I don't know, make some banners and sell them that just say Happy Juneteenth. I guess that's not so bad or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
do they do shit like that for Memorial Day and like Labor Day and shit, or is it just
I ain't
red,
gonna
white,
lie.
and blue colors?
Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it a buck. These white folks get buck wild for the 4th of July, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
they be turned the fuck up.
Shit,
Like
everybody do.
they love that shit. Nah, I just let a day off. I ain't never really celebrated like the 4th of July. Like white folks really be celebrating America on the 4th of July. Like
Mm.
American flag the fuck up, from sandals to shirts to neck bands and shit. You'd think it was a whole gang
Yeah.
out here with them boys. So they do be turned up to the max. But again, right? Like I feel you. Like, you know what I'm saying? They always take shit too far. And just like the watermelon salad, it's like, come on, dog.
They
Like
knew they were trying to be funny.
at this point, we know you clout chasing. Like we know no one actually saw. We know that like
Stop the cap.
y'all got some people in the fucking room that knew this shit wasn't okay, but y'all needed to get into the headline. Like we know this. So like that's why like when I looked at it, I was just all like, okay, well here we go again. Like I'm not even offended because at this point, like I know you trying to get a reaction. Like ain't no way you thought this shit was okay.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts, facts,
Yeah,
facts.
they be bugging.
It, and it's like you said, you want to say something about it, but why even bother? Because it's just going to continue to happen. Because you can stop it here, but then it's going to happen somewhere else. So it's like putting out one fire, and another fire is going to happen automatically all over again. So, like I said, why should we care to celebrate something that is really not a big deal to anyone else, especially when it comes to
Mm.
us blacks?
Yeah. I'm saying we should still celebrate it, but we should still celebrate it in our own spaces. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like definitely don't get no money to these companies commercializing Juneteenth when it's been people out here, been black brands, been black entrepreneurs out here, you know what I'm saying, putting on for Juneteenth. They should still get our money. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm I would have been good with it if this had already been a thing prior to it becoming a holiday. But this didn't become a thing until it became a holiday. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my issue. You know what I'm saying? They started this 10 years ago. Cool. We Gucci. Y'all just starting it now because they decided to make a national holiday. Oh, okay. So now we need to recognize it. I get the fuck out of here, man.
Anything else to say
See, to
about it,
me,
Julius?
the only real issue that I have is when they made it a federal holiday, you had so many white people coming out the woodworks having a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was my only issue. Like, okay, why do you care that much? You know, I mean, at the worst, you just get another day off work or something, or something else to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Like there was mad people who had something to say about it. I'm like, why the fuck do you care? Because guess what? Cinco de Mayo come around every year.
Mm-hmm.
Them same white folks be trying to put on sombreros and drink their little margaritas and shit. I'm like, okay, that ain't got nothing to do with America. So why you mad about Juneteenth? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You just mad that they giving black folks some shit. So that's all with that. I mean, personally, I like how they made it a holiday because it's something else to turn up about. Shit.
That ass. Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, that Juneteenth festival was lit.
I, f- I got you, man. I think that ultimately, when it comes to stuff like that, it's even more hypocritical because those will be the same people that look in your face and tell you that, like, one, they don't see color, and that, you know what I'm saying, they see everybody as like American. But again, what's part of our heritage is we really wasn't free until this point. Like, this is our Independence Day. Like, y'all Independence Day, you know what I'm saying, is actually July 4th. Actually, y'all was never enslaved or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just had to pay fucking high ass taxes. That ain't the same, bro. Like that, yeah, y'all was just getting taxed to death, which we still are being taxed to death. But so it really ain't the fucking same. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's always the part about it that gets it to me, because these will be the same people that argue you down in your face, and then tomorrow when they're in a better mood, I try to tell you how, like, they see you as an American. You know, there's no difference between us. Let's fight the establishment and shit. Motherfucker, you was just sitting here arguing with me about a holiday that represents me and not you. You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't want to give black people anything.
All right. Plus, it's an important day in American history. Like, how about the simple fact of that? So I'm like,
You know?
why are you tripping? Like,
Bro, white folks don't like history, especially the bad
oh
part of it.
no, hell no!
The
You
bad
know how
part.
much shit they left out of the books? Like, come on, man.
Again, if they taught you, if they mentioned it briefly, like they definitely didn't hold an entire day or lesson over Juneteenth. They might now, maybe, but they definitely like glossed over that shit. Because, like I said, I didn't officially learn about it until I think I might have heard about it, but I officially didn't like learn of it and like what it was until like I was 24.
Damn, I didn't even learn about it at all. Like, because I went to all white high school and they didn't say shit about it. They barely want to celebrate Black History. Barely.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
It's fucked up. Just fucked up.
yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about something different because this started to sound a little bit depressing.
Right. Gotta start a revolution.
Yeah.
Right.
Fuck it.
Yes.
Burn this bitch to the ground, bro.
Okay, y'all go do that. Y'all let me know what happens afterwards.
Yeah, nah, I'm a chill.
Okay, so Mr. Rose, I know you are married. I
Yeah.
understand that. But maybe you can still comment. Julius and I, we're still out here trying to see what's going on.
Trying to make it happen.
Yes, trying to make it happen. So, to ghost or not to ghost? That is not the question. That is what is happening. So when it comes to dealing with these females out here, Julius, what are you doing? Are you ghosting, or are you still trying to play around and see what's going to happen?
I don't think I'm doing the ghosting. Shit, you been ghosted. Shit.
Ain't that a bitch? like no cap, dog. I really do feel like men are now the better dating partner in this generation, and like now we got to deal with like y'all got to deal with like women now. Although again, I love my women, but the standard set for men now is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, and I think they're starting to play the game differently now. They're
Mhm.
starting to play the game like us.
Yeah, they smart. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's fucked
yeah,
up.
right. It is fucked up because you be dealing with a female, you think y'all are good, and she hits you with, "Well, what are we?" And I'm like, "I don't know. What are we?" And then you want to try to play that mind game with her, see what she's gonna answer to, and then she just leaves it alone. And next thing you know, she's asking three other niggas the same thing until she gets the answer she wants. So
Yeah.
Damn.
These women's out here dating for the bag now, bro. They out here dating for, they eventually realize the same thing that like yeah, we did when we was younger, right? Like, once men find out, they're like, yo, we can. I look at it from a generational perspective, right? Like our brothers and sisters, the older ones, our uncles and fathers, they weren't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they used to have to manipulate women into relationships so she could give up the ass. Our generation came around and we eventually realized, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We can really just be in like some friends with benefits type shit, you know what I'm saying? Occasionally play around, you know what I'm saying? And then, by the time I hit 30 some, you know what I'm saying? I go ahead and settle down. Now the women doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's like on one hand, it is rough, but really they just starting to play the game the exact same way that men was playing it at one point. The difference is it's like women are used to being catered to, so they out here getting trips on like every different dude they talking to if they in that type of tax bracket. And so like now they realizing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like why get my heart broke if you know what I'm saying? I can just play around with dudes, and then that turned into well, every dude is the same. And so now when you got somebody real in front of them, they don't know how to act because they've
mhm.
been playing for so long. It's like they don't even know what's real.
But here's my thing. How many bodies are you willing to catch before you say, "Oh, dude ain't real?" Like, if you open up your legs to just anybody who look like they got something, and for instance, I'm gonna use Julius. So Julius can be the perfect brother out here, do everything, pulling in 100K a year.
Yeah.
So he's one of those high level ones. But he's running through chicks left and right. So it's like, how many bodies can he be attached to before you say, "Oh, I've been with that hoe. She got something. Let me get with her. Let me just cut everything." Like how what does it take when they say enough is enough?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all though, like, what's a body count number that you just say, nah, I gotta move around, or
When
or
her
you just know you ain't gonna like lock her up,
when her pussy looks like bat wings.
but she
Well,
can be
nah,
naturally like that though,
you
nigga.
know that. Yeah, that
Say
shit is
it,
that shit is hereditary. In women's
nigga.
defense,
Yeah.
like she don't have to have too many bodies to have them crazy beef curtains and shit.
But I'm saying, like, I always like to ask people this though, because I got homies that like I be putting them on spot too. Like, what's a number for real that like if you hear it, you just be all like, damn, nah, that shit ain't that shit just nah, I'm good. Like, what's a number? Because like you just can't say like a bunch. A bunch could be 10 to some people, you know what I'm saying? But and
Hmm.
like my cousin is like a really open person. So and he's open, like he's like one of them sexually open people. So like 150 would be like a high number to him before he would like move around. So like what's
Jesus.
yeah, yeah, like he don't care, bro.
Oh,
Like, you know what
that's
I'm saying?
like AIDS territory.
Yeah, but he be going to like swinger clubs and shit, so he into like
Oh
that shit.
shit.
Yeah, yeah, they he into that wild shit.
Oh my god.
So I'm saying, right? Like what's the
Damn.
number, man? Like what's the number that you would just be all like,
Definitely past 100.
oh,
Uh,
absolutely.
if she say anything in the triples, I'm like, what the fuck were you doing? Were you a porn star? Were you, you know what I'm saying? Were you a prostitute?
Yeah,
What's going on?
yeah, triple digits is like that's like top five all time, like body count. Like
Right.
that's high. Okay. All
I
right.
would say as she gets close to like 50.
Okay, 50. All right.
I was gonna say like 30 for me because the I dated this one girl. She was like pushing like half a century. So, but that was back when I was in college, so that was a little different.
She's pushing half a century and she gonna
Yeah.
have like 30. Damn, bro.
Yeah.
She can't have one a year.
No,
Right.
she
It
probably have it.
depends on the age.
But that's what
Yeah,
I'm
it
saying,
really
right?
does.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So like, all right, so we 34. I feel like my boy, you know what I'm saying, over here, 50 would be because if you think about it, if you do talk to somebody for 6 months every, you know what I'm saying, every year, you know what I'm saying, you become sexually active at 16, you know, I'm say 50 is probably like, if 50 is probably a more accurate number as to where their body count is. I don't think men want to admit that because that always sounds high. But if we keeping it a buck, at our age, 50 is absolutely probably the body count of most women out here.
Yeah,
Today's
you
women
probably
for sure.
right. The way you just rationalize that, yeah, because
Yeah.
and that's the thing is niggas discredit how many men that women be sleeping with, like, because of
Mhm.
course they lie, right? Like they always
Mhm.
lie to
They lie
say,
because they know
oh
we
no,
care
I
a
only
lot.
been with 8 people. I'm like, just like the J. Cole song say, so you gotta multiply by 3. It's the realest shit.
Like that ass. But they be lying though, because like boys be taking that shit like to heart though. Like, you know what I'm saying? You'll have a perfect girl, bro. Like she just, you know what I'm saying? She was out here living it up as a single. You hit a body count and then be like, nah. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, I'd be the same way. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm lucky. I got locked mine down early, you know what I'm saying? So unfortunately y'all didn't, you know what I'm saying? Y'all still out here searching. But you know, I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, I hear triple digits and then I'd be like, damn. But like I
But
feel
who's doing triple digits though? That's what I'm trying to. Is the realest of the real.
Mm.
But
but if
no, okay. So hear me out first. Hear me out first.
all right,
In the realest of the real and what we're dealing with, especially in the social media age, I know that it's like pussy almost comes a dime a dozen. But who's really pushing triple digits?
so again, so let's do the math here. All right, on average, how long do you talk to a chick? Like now?
That depends, bro.
I'm saying, right? Like some you never even make it into a relationship, right? Like most, right? Like,
No,
huh? That's what I'm
no,
saying, right?
no.
Like, yeah. So if you think about it realistically, right? It's not realistic that every 3 to 4 months, you know what I'm saying, that she talking to some dude, they ain't working out, and they just out here casually dating. Well, each partner now is okay with being open and having sex casually. So that's 3 to 4 men a year. You 34
Oof.
and sexually active since 16. Yeah, you start approaching
So
triple digits.
you saying she been single from 16 to 34? Like that's
I-
not
I'm,
that's not always the
yeah,
case.
yeah.
So
No. But I'm,
yeah,
I'm just saying it's possible though. You get what I'm saying? Like, but
yeah.
but I feel you. Like, it's more than likely she had relationships in between then. But also, you know what I'm saying? It's some women out here that's probably up there. So,
All right.
you know, but either way, 50 is definitely reasonable at our age, is all I'm saying. To me, I feel like 50 is.
Yeah, as
Yeah,
much as I hate to agree with you, you spitting right now.
I'm saying we've been conditioned to hear a high number and think that's bullshit and just want to walk away. But the reality is that's probably common, bro. And they lie to us to make us feel better because they know that, like, so I'm saying, to me, body count really ain't a reason to ghost a chick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
Well, the thing is too is that they want to keep their body count low too, right?
they
Like a
used
lot
to.
of times, that same situation that you described, some of those men that they talk to, those 3 or 4 men, are some exes, or you know what I'm saying, or
Yeah,
different niggas that they used to fuck with. Like women do that a lot. Like they double back. I
that's
think
true.
way more than men, because they still want to fuck,
Yeah,
but they just want to keep from collecting new bodies. it's
but
it's a whole thing with women.
yeah,
Like they like fuck what society does and what we want and shit, but women themselves don't want to catch more bodies if they could help it.
that's true. But hear me out here again, though, right? Because I always ask this question, and again, I know this is unfair because I've been married, so I get to ask this shit to niggas that like got to deal with it. But really, if you put it into perspective, your girl, a girl having sex even with a different dude every month really ain't no different than having sex with the same dude every month. You know what I'm saying? Like if she having sex 2 to 3 times a week, she having sex with the same dude or having sex 2 or 3 times a week with a different dude. The only difference is like, you know what I'm saying, she might be catching some shit. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But I'm saying in the schemes of, because this motherfucker over here was all like, one pussy look like bat wings and shit. What if she been fucking with a mandingo for like 10 years? You know what I'm saying? Now you the little nigga that's like getting into her shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just
yeah. But then it's not like nowadays. It seems like all pussies come boot cut.
You fucking with some wild women, boy.
No, I'm not. I'm saying,
You fucking with some wild women,
it's
boy.
not the fact I'm fucking with a lot of women. It's just like if you think about it logically, it's like what you're trying to say and reiterate. It's like okay, yeah, and I still can't get over if you're pushing triple digits or at least in the
Triple
hundo.
digits is high, bro. I mean, I'm just doing the math, but nah, that shit is high.
Okay,
Like, don't let me pretend like that shit ain't nothing. Like, no, I feel you. You pushing triple digits, and that's a hard pill to swallow for
yeah,
anybody.
it is. I mean, just because you cut your snatch snacking early, don't mean you gotta look down on the rest of them.
I ain't looking down. I'm just saying, like a lot of times dudes will be like body count. I'll be like, well, damn, like what's the number though? And like somebody will say like 20, and I'm like, motherfucker, you like 38. Like just mathematically that ain't possible, bro. Like unless she been with a dude for like 10 years. Like it's just not possible. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just be wanting people like put a number to it. So like if I feel like that's where if like I said, like when we was talking earlier, like the dialogue between men and women a lot of times get disconnected
Mhm.
because like people don't really like to get into specifics. Well, if you put specifics, you know what I'm saying? Now it's easier to understand. You feel me? It's like because if you just say a bunch, well, I know back in the day when we was dating, if we heard like 20, you know what I'm saying? Like that was considered high. But we was all out like we weren't all out here trying to play, right? Like we did have girls and shit, you know what I'm saying? We was trying to figure it out. And but like now, the way the culture is, the way shit is going now, we was talking about podcasts and all the bullshit they be talking about. Like these motherfuckers out here handing out applications before they even try to date. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, what's your number, bro? Because you can't just say a bunch. A bunch is different to a bunch of people. So if you give me a reasonable number, I say, okay, well then I feel you, especially depending on the age. But if you just tell me a bunch, well, motherfucker, what's a bunch? Like that's all I'm saying.
Right, and then it's kind of like if you have a lot of bodies as a man. To be honest, you just got to come off that, you know. The longer I stay single, and I may or may not collect more bodies, I just gotta just be cool about it. Cause the thing that I'm learning is good girls are fucking boring anyway. Like they tend to be a bit more boring in bed, but then not even like fuck all that because you could always work out the bedroom shit.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's
talking about like just in terms of having fun. Like them bitches is boring. Like man, hoes are fun, and that's what scares me is that when I do finally settle down,
I
I think I'm
told
gonna
you he
end
was
up.
wild. I told you he didn't give a fuck.
Nah, like for real, I think when I finally do settle down, I'm gonna have to just accept the fact that I'm gonna marry a hoe. Like and it sucks because they keep saying you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, and I'm gonna have to legit deal with that
What's
Or
that? I'm
why,
because
about
I
to try
like to have fun. God damn it!
then why don't you just go get you two hoes in? That way you can have the fun one and the boring one. You can still get, the
There you
buddy and the
go.
booty.
Shit,
Poly-
if they agree,
Black
uh,
polygamy is popping right now,
shit.
ain't it? It's like the fastest growing like
Right.
dating segment. So this motherfuckers out here, bro. And that's another thing, right? Like just find what you want because like again, you know what I'm saying, if you want multiple women, there's women out here that's cool with that shit. They harder to find. But they it's definitely like more open now. Cause my cousin was telling me, bro, you go to like the fucking like swingers club, there's a bunch of niggas in that motherfucker. Women. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if boys really trying to swing that way, but you swing your way into a swingers club, and you'd be surprised at what you find in there. I don't know what they look like either though, because I always imagine people in swingers club like ain't like it is in the movies. No, the movies, they
Right.
got movie
It's
stars in
not.
that.
Like
It
middle
is.
aged, old, white, and shit.
Nah, it's not like that. You got a collection few because I went to
Oh,
one
where?
and
Oh
yeah,
shit! All right.
yeah. They got one here in Detroit and I went to one and let me tell you, it's not what you think it is.
Yeah.
It isn't. There's everything there. I'll say that. There's a collection of everybody. And it don't matter what you look like. It's just more you gotta get screened. You got to know someone to get in there, and then they gotta vouch for you, and then they gotta do
Damn.
background checks on you. So it's a
Damn, they do
lot.
background checks.
Yeah, it's a
That's
lot to get
crazy.
in there.
I
And
feel
especially if it's a swingers club, you got to get checked for everything. And I mean everything.
I feel you to a certain extent because it's a lot of like there's some people, there's some weird people out here, bro. You gotta like make sure that like you ain't just letting anybody up in this bitch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. But
But
back to the original question though. Personally, me, I would only go somebody if we ain't vibing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really it. I just like I said, I'm old school, right? Like I come from the generation where, you know what I'm saying, you actually dated somebody, you either the shit either worked out or it didn't. And then once you found that one, you know what I'm saying, you kind of just got married. Well, there's two type of dudes when I was around dating. I had homies that they definitely never wanted to get married or say they didn't, and they just played around the entire time. Then there was us that, you know what I'm saying, we was, you know, if it was gonna happen, it was gonna happen. If it didn't, it didn't. You know what I'm saying? But like we actually dated. You know, you went out, seeing if you liked the person, you know, it was cool, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying, eventually you work it out and you get married.
Mhm.
I don't know how much of that is really going on nowadays. It just seems like everybody's on the internet arguing and trying to figure out what they bring to the table before they even start dating. And that to me is just some goofy shit.
I would say, like I used to go back in my earlier days.
Mhm,
Wow, can't believe I'm doing that. Now I'll do it every once in a while if I'm not feeling the chick, because I even talked to this one girl. I was like, and I can say this. So you know when you meet a chick, you instantly know if you like her or you don't, right?
mhm.
Agree to disagree?
Well, at
Yeah,
least in
more or
the first
less.
first couple of
Yeah,
conversations.
yeah. First kind of
Yeah,
conversation, you know whether you want to keep initiating or not. So I
yeah.
was dealing with this one chick, and she was like, "Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna like you or not. I need to take a couple weeks." I'm like, I'm not trying to waste that much time. I need to know if you're interested or not. I'm not going through this. And so it's just like I completely ghost her because I'm not dealing with that shit. Like there's way too much out here to be invested and reinvested in for you to like figure out your shit and let me know. So I wasn't trying to be like a plane and you put me on standby. I really wasn't.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that because again, like if you was feeling her a little more than she feeling you, well then you know you kind of got your answer. Because
I wouldn't say not feeling her. It's just like I'm interested to see. But if you can't give that same level of reciprocation,
but that,
then why bother?
but yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Like you was
Yeah.
feeling her, but she wasn't giving you the same energy. So it's like, well, we on two different wavelengths. You know, if you figure it out, maybe. But until then, you know, deuce.
And she was born anyway. So
What do y'all be trying to do, bro? Y'all be trying to go skydiving and shit?
nah, it's just like you want to have a conversation. You get that
Yeah.
level of excitement that like, oh, this chick is about to do something. She want to go do something more than just go to movies or go out to eat or hit
Yeah.
a club or something. Like, let's do something different. Let's go to Walmart parking lot and get in the old people buggies and drive around, fucking with people. You know, shit like that.
Yeah.
This motherfucker here. Oh, all right.
or let's pretend like we're Jehovah's Witness and see if we can work together in a pair and go door to door. You know, canvassing.
So you need you like a funny girl too.
Yeah, you
Okay.
need you a comic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like me a little bit, but
Yeah.
still, that's like that is like down to earth. You know, someone you just be able to have a good time with, no matter what.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Mhm. See, to me, boring girls like just a simple fact. Like if I always have to initiate the conversation or the interaction, you know,
Mhm.
like some
Yeah.
shit like that. Otherwise, she just kind of quiet and shit. I don't really like shy girls. Like
Yeah.
talk. Speak, bitch, speak. Like that shit gets exhausting.
Yeah, man. What's the all right? So if let me ask this though, because when's the last time y'all was really feeling a girl though? Like the last time that like you thought that shit might have like been like somebody you could have got with and like made some shit happen.
Probably before I busted my nut.
Oh well, damn, nigga.
There's been a couple of times like that to where
Oh, yeah.
sex wasn't even on the agenda, and then we had sex and it was like, oh yeah, this ain't nothing. The spark is gone because it's like, well, once that spark is gone, and it's like, why do I need to come back? Like I've been to the store over and over again,
God
and
damn, nigga. Well,
Super
you
savage.
you know,
Shit. No, I get it. Sometimes it be like that,
not wrong,
but
bro.
okay,
then
thank you.
but then sometimes it's the opposite. Like
Ah,
uh, no, for real. So I would say the last time I felt like that, maybe a few months ago when I met this girl. I wasn't even too into her, but I was like, whatever. I'm mostly trying to clap, in all honesty. But it was the sex that made me like her more. So maybe it's a good thing that it didn't work out anyway,
Oh,
because
okay.
like like you ever smash and then like you just find out she's just nasty and she or she just like all the same stuff that you like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like you respect her even more, which I know that sounds kind of bad. I look, I respect women outside the bedroom.
I
Listeners,
do level of respect for her. I clap them cheeks.
but you know what I'm saying? It's almost like, God, I love this bitch. Like, oh, you like that? Uh, so yeah, it was that, and then
Oh man.
yeah, she ended up ghosting me. We went on a date after that, man. Yeah, it was fucked up, man. So
Boy was
I'm the good
heartbroken.
guy out here. I'm getting played.
Oh my god.
My boy was
Don't laugh. It's not funny. It's fucked up.
I'm sorry, bro, but just like that shit, like, oh my god.
That boy said, "There she goes to me."
There she
Damn.
goes again.
Pull one out for my boy.
You know what? It's probably because I mentioned on the date something about being poly. Because you know how women just they think about shit after the fact. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though you could vibe like that, at least that's what I'd like to think
Yeah.
in my head. But no, I'm not that naive. Like, nah, we were actually vibing and shit. But
Yeah.
I think I should have just shut the fuck up about that poly shit.
Was y'all at that level though? Yeah. But you got to be honest though, because if you trying to be on some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? You got to let them know. Because that should be working out for my cousin, man. I'm at least, I don't know. It may be cap, but you know, at least, but I'm saying he I don't know. He always keep it a buck. At least I feel like, because he's just like a lot of times men just don't want to wait, right? So they be sitting up here lying, telling the girl what she want to hear the whole time. They want to be in a relationship because that with he's been with women that didn't want to, bring another girl into the bedroom, but he's also been with girls that do want to do that. But he's all like, if you're patient, you know what I'm saying, you're out here dating, you let them know, you'll eventually find that girl that do want that shit. The problem is what happens when y'all don't work out? Then you back to looking for a chick again that want to bring somebody else into the bedroom.
Yeah.
So if you find it,
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean go ahead. You
no,
can
no,
finish.
no. I was just gonna say, if you find that chick, and you know what I'm saying, like, are you more likely to stay in the shit if you ain't really all that happy because you know that she like bringing, because the sex is what's keeping you there? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the shit that I be thinking about, right? Like, so let's say you done dated 10 chicks, you finally found one that is gonna allow another woman into the bedroom, but her fucking personality sucks. She ain't shit. She annoying as fucking all that shit, right? So now you just still kicking it with her because she'll let you bring another girl into the bedroom. Like, nigga, what kind of life is that? Like, what's the point of even putting up with that shit?
It's not a good life because and I can say it probably you, Rose, you just want a good woman that's down for you. That's gonna be there through it all. So it's almost like, why should I need to get two women when I can just get one and we just get a bunch of wigs?
Hey, whatever works, my nigga. Whatever works, bro.
That's a good idea.
I'm not any strategy.
Yeah.
Strategy, bro.
Yeah, y'all just go to the sex store, you give her your card, be like, go play, baby, and we'll come back, we'll figure something out. So
and you see that might be the key, if I guess if you're a freaky person, just to keep it interesting with shit like that,
Yeah.
My only concern about that is what if, like, how far can you go? Like, what's too freaky?
you can go as far as her butt will allow. So
I don't know.
Jesus Christ. My nigga, what?
Boy, wow, boy. I don't know. I heard some shit that like I would never do. What's that shit called where the girl spits the cum back in your mouth? What they call it shit?
Oh,
Snowball? Ain't no fucking way, bro. Ain't no fucking way. Like, boys be out here doing that shit. Like, they got whole subreddits dedicated to motherfuckers and their experiences on that shit.
I barely want her spitting in my mouth. You think I want her spitting come back at me?
It's people that like spitting in each other's mouths, man. Like,
that's like eating your own shit or something, or drinking your own piss. Like, why are you doing that?
Yeah,
what it sounds like.
I forget. I think it's called snowballing, dog. I think that's what that shit's called or some shit.
Yeah, it is. I remember that.
Oh yeah,
y'all remember that movie Clerks?
I wasn't always married, my nigga. That shit been around for a minute.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy is like when you get to talking to like old cats, like you come to realize that like these niggas been eating booty, dog. Like I
Oh
thought
yeah.
we
Yeah,
started
yeah.
like 6-7
Uh-huh.
years ago. These motherfuckers. I had an old manager, bro. That told me like fucking like I want to say, man, it might be a decade now. He was all like, "Yo, you ever had your booty ate?" I was like, "Whoa."
Oh hell no, nigga.
You know, we was out there like Taco Cabana getting margaritas and shit, and like so, you know, this motherfucker had too many. You know, yeah, your booty ate, boy. I'm trying to tell you, yo, let your lady get down there, man. It changed your life. I was all like, nah, bro, nah, grown ass man, dog. Don't tell me no shit like that. It ain't going nowhere near my booty. And like, I had a homie like 4 years ago tell me, you know what I'm saying, and like, I feel like motherfuckers that like getting their booty ate, like telling you that shit, because my homie just told me out of nowhere. He was like, we was upstairs in the game room, just drinking, you know what I'm saying? I forgot what he's doing. He's probably watching the game and shit. And this nigga was all like, we was talking, I don't know how we got to it, but he was all like, you know what else, man? You know what I like? I like getting my booty ate, nigga. I was like, dog, I'm not drinking with nobody. I'm not going looking at none of
Oh
these
man.
niggas again.
What the fuck?
Dead ass. It's like, why? You're the second person I ever heard about getting their booty ate, bro. You're a man, dog.
Sounds like homo shit.
Right. Like on some random shit, just
Like, bro, out of nowhere, dog. Like, on God. On God. And then we was out again, like in public, and that boy said that shit. And his wife looked at him and was all like, man, they gonna think I eat booty, dog. And I was all like, I don't know. You say you like that shit, so you ain't eating it then. Who eating that man's booty? Because the way he talking about it, he love that shit. Like, that's a deal breaker if you don't do that shit.
oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that's why when you say, you know what I'm saying, like how freaky are you? You know, there's some wild people out here, man.
Oh yeah. No, them old heads. See, the thing is, they don't really be talking about it like we do now.
Yeah, but they been doing it.
Oh fuck it, all that shit, all of it. I'm talking anything that you could probably think of. Trust me, them old head, they been done it. It's just one of those things that I try not to think about because you know,
It's
family and
Yeah.
parents and aunts and like I just nope, just
Nah, I'm
nope.
good,
It's
bro.
good just not to let my mind go there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel you.
yeah, little nigga. You know your mama used to eat my ass back.
Bro, you fuck around and get one of your old uncles to drinking. That's exactly what they be saying.
Nigga, I'll never look at them the same after that if that happened. Like,
Yeah.
oh God.
Oh shit.
Oh,
All
they
right.
do look at you.
So we're all down that we would ghost in different situations. Even
I'm gonna say no because I'm a good person.
what? Oh,
Because
okay.
well, here's the thing: you don't owe anybody anything, right? Like that's the thing about being single that sucks is, you know, you really don't owe anybody. You can just stop talking to somebody. You know, like you don't have to tell them, oh yeah, hey, I'm not feeling you. It would be nice if everybody did that. It would be the adult thing to do, but we don't do it. Um, and I feel like I've been ghosted enough times in my life, and I'm like, you know what? I'm at least gonna do that. But I can only, I can only do what I can do. You know, I can't control what the other person's gonna do. So on that note, I'm gonna say no. I'm not down to ghost. I'm gonna be an ethical dater.
That boy say he gonna be an ethical dater. All right.
I'm gonna say I'm down to ghost because I've done it so many times that it's like if I do it, it's like whatever. Because you'll show me signs that I already look for in the beginning that I know like this shit just ain't gonna work. So I'm down to ghost.
I'm saying
100%.
ghosting though, because my definition of ghosting is literally not saying shit to the person ever again. Like you ain't just gonna like let them know. Damn.
No, I ain't gonna say shit.
Now that's cold blooded, bro. You can't wait. Let them fucking know.
Why would I want to let them know? Then they're gonna be like, well, what happened? Is there something we can do to fix it? Because if I gotta tell you,
I'm saying, but then after that, you ain't gotta respond no more. You know what I'm saying?
no, I don't, and I can respond by not saying shit and just going on by my merry way. So,
I mean, that's wild, man. Yeah, I ain't never been the type to ghost because I'm naturally a communicative person. You know what I'm saying? But like I said again, shit was different back when, you know what I'm saying, I was dating.
well, you've been out the game for a long time, so it's a little
Yeah, so boy's been married for almost a decade now.
okay. So from from the one who retired his player card to two who are still in the game, what type of advice can you give, like when it comes to marriage? I'm asking for me. I don't know about Julius, but I'm asking for me.
Give a whole lecture on this shit. Uh,
That's if Julius wants to hear it.
Nah,
So
nah, I'm ready. I'm ready. I need this shit.
First off, man, I mean, I've never been a very ego-driven person to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So it's always hard for me to relate to people because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of shit that my niggas be getting upset about that they be talking to me about, I be trying to figure out like why they so upset. But ultimately, man, you gotta learn to let shit go and compromise at the end of the day. And you'll hear this over and over again, but I mean, like, it's true. You talk to any old folks that's made it 30, 40, 50 years, bro, they'll tell you, like, you gotta learn to compromise. Like, you gonna win some shit, she gonna win some shit. But at the end of the day, right? Like, if the foundation, you know, is that y'all love each other and you don't want nothing but the best for each other, and if that foundation remains, then everything else can be worked out. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, communication. I hate giving like simple shit, but of course, communication. But it's deeper than just communicating. But what me and my wife are real one, right? Because you know, as a married man, you know, and growing up, you know what I'm saying, as a man in general, right? Like, you know, we were taught to be unemotional, you know what I'm saying? Like anger is really the only like emotion you're supposed to show, right? Once she's, you know what I'm saying, I know I can go and I can talk to her about anything and she don't belittle me about shit. You know what I'm saying? As bad as like niggas have been about it, it's also women out here that think that like you ain't supposed to like ever feel down or feel disappointed and shit. And like, you know, you just supposed to always walk around in a good fucking mood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't have a bad fucking day. And if you had a bad day or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like you just supposed to be mad about it. You can't be like disappointed or sad or, you know, I'm dealing with whatever range of emotions that you're supposed to have. Well, I ain't never had that problem. You know what I'm saying? If I ever went to my wife and talked to her about something, you know what I'm saying, she was able to talk to me. So first I would tell you, find you a woman that you could talk to about anything. And you know what I'm saying? If you ever show a sign of vulnerability and you know what I'm saying, she start making fun of that shit, you know, she gotta go. Cause at some point in time, you're gonna be vulnerable. You're gonna lose a loved one, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna deal with shit. How does that person respond? But like I said, my biggest advice would be you yourself need to learn how to let shit go. Like you can't always win. And you know, some things you gonna have to win on, and you know, stand firm on that. But then you know, what I'm saying be opportunist to understand that it's certain things that like you know you just gonna have to let her win on, and whatever that may be. You know, what I'm saying y'all work that shit out. But at the end of the day, if the foundation of your relationship is built upon love, then all of that shit can be worked out to begin with. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like in today's world, it's too many people it's too many people trying to find somebody that's really perfect, right? Like they got to check every single box. And the thing is I also think that like we're spending a lot of our younger years not dating when me and my wife we built our life together. Like we built from being poor. You know what I'm saying? Like neither one of us were established before we got together. Like she was a struggling college student, I was a struggling college student, and like now we got like a home and you know what I'm saying all types of shit. Like if a lot of times now like we're young and we're not if you're not dating or if you're not building those interpersonal skills to be able to relate and communicate with each other, then how are you supposed to do that when you get older? Now you're spending your 30s trying to develop those skills and understand that dating and talking to each other and having like a full-fledged relationship, that shit is a skill. It requires training and doing that shit over and over and over again. If you just out here playing around the whole time, then like how you supposed to how you wake up one day and be all like, all right, now I'm ready to get married. Now I'm ready to find that person I want to be with. Now you got to go through the process of like dating and understanding the person that you're with and how to communicate and how to do that. If you haven't been doing any of that, how you supposed to be good at it now? And
but
I think
is
that's was it.
But isn't that when it comes from like dating multiple women or dating multiple men where you're trying to figure out what you like, what you don't like, what you're willing to deal with? Like there's some level of, okay, well, I dealt with this guy and I was good with that, but I didn't like this, but I dealt with him and I was good with that, but didn't like this. Like, isn't there some type of like qualities and characteristics that you can take from one and build from there to know who you are and what you want and don't want?
Well, the thing is why do you break up with someone though? You usually break up with someone because there's something that isn't working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
them.
whatever it is, you can't
They
get
don't
over
work.
you can't get over that hump. I mean, that that typically is the case though, right? But if everybody you date is the problem, then you know what I'm saying there's this old saying that You know what I'm saying? If you run into an asshole on Tuesday, you run into an asshole. But if you run into an asshole on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you're the asshole. See, I relate a lot of my shit to managing. See, if I hire someone and that person quits in like 90 days or they suck, then they probably was just a bad employee. But if I hire 3 or 4 people and they all suck, then I'm doing bad interviewing. You get what I'm saying? So if everybody you dating ain't working out, then you picking bad people, or you're the bad person and you just refuse to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? There's only one common denominator in every failed relationship that you've had, and that's you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to hear that shit, but that's the reality. You know what I'm saying? If you've got tons of failed relationships where there's one common denominator there, you, and it's either your personality or your inability to pick good partners. You know what I'm saying? Same thing happens back to women. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, you keep finding terrible men because you picking terrible men. You know what I'm saying? Like that's you know, there's no personal accountability today. Like everyone wants to blame other people. I don't know about all that. I'm big on like accountability. So I'm saying now again, I know some of these women out here suck. I know they suck. I'm on social media. There's some rough women out here. But for a long time, men was out here like doing the most. So I'm just saying, if you're not dating when you're younger, eventually you have to start. And I'm saying dating seriously, not just like dating as in, you know what I'm saying, like kicking it with women and shit, but eventually you have to start dating. If you're not, you know what I'm saying, being serious about it and trying to work it out with that person, like at the first sign they start getting on your nerves, you just drop them and dip. Well, you know what I'm saying, that's the skill you're going to develop. Shake it hard, you're going to drop and dip because that is what you are always doing. So if you don't never try to work it out with the person, you know what I'm saying, they checking off 80%, continue to try to work it out. And ultimately, if you can't come over that hump, all right, then cool. Then you move around. But motherfuckers really do be out here. Oh, she get on my nerves. I'm gone. Well, I mean, that's all you're gonna keep doing.
Damn, I done hella did that before too. She was a decent girl too. I get into it, but yeah.
it's I think we got too many options now. You know
Yep,
what I'm saying? Like,
that's exactly what it is.
like you get on social media and you know you see your old classmate that you can holler at, you kicking in the
Right.
DMs real quick, or
Well, shit.
you see
Fuck social media. I'm talking even if you just go to a bar or
go to
go to the
Walmart.
club.
Yeah. Fucking gas station. So yeah, I do think that plays a big factor too. But again, I can't stress that enough, man. If you're not dating seriously and developing like everything is a skill, man. I mean, I really don't think people understand that. Like marriage is a skill. So like you're not gonna wake up one day and know how to work it out. But I will say this though, when you do find the right girl, like you'll know, you know what I'm saying? But you may become victim to your own personal traits because you so used to dipping when shit starts to get on your nerves. And here you got the perfect girl and she do like 1 or 2 things that get on your nerves and now you thinking about leaving. And it's like, well, damn, bro. Like your family love her, everybody like her. Like what's the deal? So
Damn, mic
Wow.
drop.
Mhm.
Shit.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's like I said, man, it can't be measured. Like there's no like me and my wife work, my homies, I see them with their wives all the time on the surface, right? You don't get to see what they like 24/7. But like we all just work, man. And I talk to them all the time, and it's like it 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 do feel like I don't want to say there's an attack on black love, but like it's a lost art. Like before, like you know, we used to make movies, we used to have like different things dedicated to it, and now like there's nothing that really speaks to black love anymore, or just dating and relationships and like how this shit is supposed to work. Like you know, it's not that I think that you know society is really the issue, but I do feel like you know we have too many influences and things that tell you, you know what I'm saying, you don't like something, leave. You know, well, damn, bro, like you don't like your job, leave. Well, you don't go to another job that you don't fucking like. Like, why don't you go tell them niggas what you don't fucking like and maybe it'll change it. And if they don't change it, then go find a new job. Like everything that we do is just fucking leaving. Like again, that's a personality trait that you will develop. Like people don't look at it like that, but that is the case. If you don't like something, you always leaving. That's why you see people that's 50 years old and ain't got shit. And then you know what I'm saying, and they've been through 50 jobs and still ain't got shit to show for it. Like you eventually got to build a foundation somewhere. Find that shit. Work that shit out.
Damn, I got nothing to say. Not a fucking thing.
Right.
I mean, y'all still trying to figure it out, man. And, you know, y'all got time. How old are you, bro? I know. Well, you 34.
Yeah, I'm 29.
29. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. You know, you ain't pushing that age, but I mean, when y'all ask that, let me ask y'all something. What's the longest? Or when's the last time you dated a girl for like at least a year? Or have you ever dated a girl for at least a year?
Yeah, I was with a girl for like 4 years and we were engaged. So
Oh, damn. Okay, well, yeah.
Damn, what
Typically,
happened, my nigga?
typically once people get out of engagement, yeah, they just go wild. They usually be like, fuck everybody.
no, I wasn't wild. It was one of those
Right.
relationships where I had to like really reevaluate myself and learn
Mhm.
because she was the type that she was on like she was ready. She was ready. She was established. I kind of wasn't, but it was almost like I latched on and I learned a lot from her. But I wasn't ready mentally because I was still trying to be out here in these streets and still be with her at the same time. And then I thought like putting a ring on it, I'd be able to keep her and then really get my shit together. But it spiraled out of control to where it wasn't beneficial anymore. So after
Damn.
that relationship, I had to like go do the white thing and get therapy. So
Okay, all right. Well, shout out to you, my boy,
Yeah.
for that.
Black,
That's
yeah. Black
yeah,
folks
that's
need to
a
go to
powerful thing.
therapy more, so they
Oh
say.
yeah.
yeah, and like doing therapy, it really helped because it taught me like I had some underlying issues that I didn't know I was suffering from that I was still carrying from a child. So those past traumas, it affected most of my relationships and even that one because there were some things she did that triggered me that I didn't know happened and was still continuing happening. So once I was able just to acknowledge it and then be able to let it go, I became so much better to where I used to have a I don't care or fuck it attitude. Now it's like if you're not helping or you're not trying to build or any way, then I just need to let it go because it's not beneficial. We're not growing the energy or connection that we thought we had. It's not mutual anymore.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So again, though, but like in that, and you know, in that aspect, you know, you were the issue, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. All right. That's what's up, man. Good job taking accountability for shit.
Well, thank you,
Yeah.
Father.
Right?
I still got a homie that this motherfucker swear up and down that like we all tell this nigga he ain't shit, but he swear up and down that he ain't the problem. And we're like, I
Yeah.
love him to death, dog, but it's all like, bro, you can be more ignorant, nigga. Like, you know, you ain't shit, man.
And he'll probably realize he ain't shit once he goes to therapy. Because when
You
that
know what I'm saying?
person put your ass on that couch and they start digressing and ripping open shit, he'll find out sooner or later. And I found out that in that relationship, I wasn't shit. I
Yeah.
really was like I was a good boyfriend, but mentally I wasn't because I was only focused on myself. And then I had a lot of narcissistic tendencies that
Mhm.
I didn't know I had. I don't have them anymore, but back then I really did because I was all about just being with her, like I said, but still trying to be out in these streets, smashing this girl and smashing that one and getting whatever I could with no repercussions.
Wait, and you didn't know that that was toxic? Come on
No,
now.
I know I did
Bro,
it.
hey,
What?
bro,
Coming from Mr.
What? I
Toxic
can't just
himself.
fuck all these other bitches? What?
yo, bro, you'll be amazed at how many niggas think like that, though. Dog. Like, think that like ain't nothing wrong with them out here smashing other chicks. But like, if they girls to do that or whatever, like, then it would be a motherfucking problem. There's men out here that really
Devastating.
think that like dead ass, but that's that narcissistic mentality, though. They think that like they don't do nothing wrong.
And then she used to come at me. She was like, "You know how many niggas I could be with, and blah blah blah." But I'm here with you, and I used to tell her, "Well, go then. I don't fucking care. Just go." But she never would because it was that level of I loved her, she loved me. We were trying to build something, but I was just too damn stupid to really realize it. And then I realized it once I was sitting on that fucking couch at $100 an hour. So
Oh shit.
yeah, yeah.
Damn, I need to be a therapist.
In the wrong,
Shit.
in the wrong career, bro. Dead ass nigga find a way into being a therapist, bro.
I'm gonna fuck a lot of people's heads up.
All right, nah.
No, I was just like, nah, you gotta sign a waiver like this man does not have his license and
I'm
you
just,
are aware of
I'm
this.
just a good listener. You know what I'm saying? Don't take none of the advice I give you, my nigga. Just know that I'm good at listening to you. That's it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. All right. I was gonna say, we got anything else, man? Because we done took like 700 detours in this one.
Yeah, we really did, but that's how it goes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
did y'all guys have fun? I know I did,
Oh
especially
yeah, for
listening to
sure.
Julius.
Yeah.
That he got ghosted real easy.
Boy said
Fucked up.
low with the pussy and then got fucking ghosted. Oh shit!
That's
I'm
the
pretty sure
worst thing a woman could ever do to a man.
pretty sure that shit done happened to like every nigga though.
And give him
At
give him
some
some
point,
bomb
man.
ass pussy and then just disappear. That's fucked up.
Boomerang your ass.
He really did.
Dead ass.
Did you feel used afterwards, Julius?
I did. Very used.
Damn, my nigga. Oh, shout out to you, boy.
Yeah. Well, shout out to both of y'all. I thank y'all so much for coming and joining me and talking some sarcasms. So I know I'm not gonna leave y'all on the whim. So, tell the people where they can like holler at you, get at you. I'll start with my boy Mr. Rose. How can they holler at you, my boy?
All right, yeah. So you can definitely catch me on my YouTube at A Shot of Rose, Rose with the Z. Also, you can catch me on Instagram or TikTok at A Shot of Rose as well.
TikTok. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I put my short content from the pod.
Got it. And Mr. Toxin himself.
Wherever you are listening to this, so YouTube or all the major platforms, Spotify, Apple, all that, just search Toxic Tangents and I'll be there. After you listen to Sarcasm and Orgasm, going on over there and listen to some Toxic Tangents.
I'm gonna have to check you out because I just know you doing the most. Boy, they got
Trust
toxic
me.
in
Oh,
it.
this is only the beginning.
Trust me, man. I was on an episode with him. We did like maybe about a month and a half ago. The shit was hilarious.
These
Absolutely hilarious. But yes, people. I want to thank y'all for tuning in and listening. I mean, I could not do this by myself. I want to thank my guest, Mr. Rose himself, and always Toxic. So this has been another episode of Sarcasm and Orgasm. I'm your host, Will, and make sure that you like, click, subscribe, and follow the channel. Not only just my channel, but a shot of Rose and the Toxic Tangent Pods. Please follow us all because the more we grow, the bigger we grow. And all because of you. So thank you so much, fellas, and we will all talk to y'all soon. Take care.
Peace.